Yo everybody, and welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Alexander, this is Anthony's Espresso Equipment, and today we are taking a deep dive into the brand new KitchenAid KF8 in what is this absolutely stunning porcelain color. There is so much amazing innovation and technology in this espresso machine. There's a lot to go over. There's going to be a bunch of drinks and stuff that we do as well, so we're going to bring Julian in for that part, which is everybody's favorite part. So we're going to be going over the form and the functionality of this espresso machine, and then like I said, we're going to make a handful of different drinks and give you our overall review of how we feel like this machine performs. And one of the things we noticed the most was how quiet this thing is. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. If we start off thinking about the overall build quality and the importance of that in an espresso machine, this machine simply stands out in that regard. Even though it may look like this is a plastic outer body, it is in fact not. Actually, under the surface, this is all stainless steel, as you see like on the top up here as well. You do have a little bit of plastic and stuff on the top, but the actual main housing of the machine is all stainless steel, which is what we're looking for in terms of reliability and durability long term for espresso machines. These are all made in Switzerland. They come with a 2-year manufacturer warranty as well. And there's so many little pieces of nuanced features that really elevate this espresso machine and allow it to deliver those excellent results of crema that you're looking for every single shot of espresso. So little form factor pieces like the water tank being on the side. So you're doing a simple lift up and then pull out. So you don't have to come all the way out. So you don't have to have 34, 35 inches of counter height in order to access your water tank. You've got your water tank level visible in a little not screen or display, but a little inlet here, essentially to show you where your water levels are. So we're at full at the moment. You've got your bean hopper and everything at the back, which also is its own cool, unique feature because it is removable as well. So there's a little lock on the back of the bean hopper. Inside, there's a little button here to push it up, and then from there, you can take out your bean hopper, and we are actually now selling the second bean hopper as well. So if you'd like to get a second one, which the fun part about that is the fact that you can always have fresh beans. There is still a bypass here as well, just a little inlet on the side like most espresso machines have. But the nice part about the removable bean hopper is a lot of the times, especially when it comes to people using their ground coffee bypass, especially for decaf, they're not getting like the absolute best result out of the decaf when it's pre-ground and it's been sitting and it hasn't been stored properly. So what this allows for you to do is to have fresh second roast or a fresh decaf, which then is going to give you an even better result than having a pre-ground in just a pre-ground slot. So that's a cool piece of functionality. As well, we also on the back of the espresso machine, because it is a little bit of a bigger form factor compared to other machines, we have wheels on the back as well. And I think the little subtle touch of having wheels and being able to pull that out for the back of your counter instead of just dragging it along your counter is a beautiful little extra touch. So amongst everything else, they've really done a good job curating and customizing how this machine was built to really fit everybody in terms of the features that they're looking for, and not to mention how unbelievably quiet this machine is. So we will show you kind of while we're doing our demonstration that we won't even cut the video. I want you to really experience how quiet this machine is. And it does make a huge difference because most of the people that come in, they want something that is quiet. They usually want something that's a little bit more compact, but when they see the performance of this machine, compact kind of goes out the window when you can pull your espresso machine forward on the counter as well. So great craftsmanship, a beautiful color. This comes in 4 different finishes as well. So you have your juniper, you have porcelain, which is this. There's a cast iron black, which is like actually a black texture. And then there's just the standard stainless steel finish as well. Those can also all get paired now with the kettles and toasters that we have in stock here at Anthony's Espresso. And we'll be doing kind of a full review of all the KitchenAid stuff in the near future as well. What we also have is our screen. So this is a 5.5 inch full touch screen. So you have all of your drink customizations, your menu settings, everything built into your touchscreen. The drink selection options, there's 6 user preset options, which is very rare. There's only a very, very select few espresso machines that have 6 preset options, so you can put in the names of whoever's in your family or whoever you want your friends to have preset drink selection options. So 6 user profiles, and you can save an array of drinks in those profiles, have them set, ready to go, so when people are over or the family's doing espresso drinks or milk-based drinks, they've got everything ready. We've got our large milk carafe as well. And then this tube also acts that you can put it directly into a milk pitcher. You don't have to use the milk carafe, it just looks better. We've got our inlet over here, so this is where your brew group is on the side of the espresso machine. We've got our drip tray, and then this also acts as a reverse for the milk cleaning system. So when it does tell you to do your milk cleaning, at least the simple milk cleaning process, you will insert the tube right into your drip tray. Similarly to the Miele espresso machines, they have a very similar functionality. So the milk cleaning is very simple, no mess, no waste, and it goes right into the drip tray, which you're gonna empty out anyway. And like I said, all the cleaning and maintenance is built into the menu so you can see where your levels are and when everything is due, which is incredibly important. You don't want to be left in the dark for that. One of the other great options with this machine is it has a dedicated setting for plant-based milk as well, like some of the other machines, but still, it's still kind of coming into the industry in a very new way. So it's great that this has that. It's also built into the menu that it will ask you what milk you are using. So you can select if you're using regular milk or if you're using a plant-based milk, and then we'll froth accordingly. When you're using a plant-based milk, you want to make sure that you're using a barista series of milks. You don't want to use a regular series of milk because it simply doesn't froth properly. And then what's extracted from the milk, it won't deliver the result that you're looking for. So that's important. And that's pretty much it in terms of really what this espresso machine covers. And to be honest with you, it covers pretty much everything. I don't think that they've missed a single thing on this espresso machine. This is KitchenAid's top of the line. They did a very good job with the 3 super autos that they came out with. All of the form factor, all the functionality is similar from the inside. It's where you get into the screen options and some of the customizations and the drink options as well. That's where it changes from machine to machine, but you can ensure that you're getting a high quality grinder, a good brew unit, and then good durability in all 3 Super Auto models as well. So we're going to get into the drink making portion of this espresso machine. We'll fire it up. We'll have Julian kind of cover even some more fine details with the machine, and we're gonna make some fun drinks as well. So let's get right into that.
Hi, it's Julian from Anthony's Espresso here. So I'm going to be going through 3 different type of drink options you get with the KF8 from KitchenAid. So 3 drinks we're going to be doing today is going to be our espresso, we're going to do a coffee, and then we're also going to do a cappuccino. So you can see that there's 3 different variations of coffee extraction and steaming technique that the KF produces. So we'll start with our espresso. So one thing I like about the KF8 is how easy it is to customize your espresso. So if I choose the espresso option here I can control my temperature. I can control how strong I want that body to be. So just the application of pressure to the shot to produce either a thin layer of crema or a more stronger, bolder mouthfeel and texture. I can choose my volume, and I can choose my strength. So how much coffee is actually going to grind through the grinder to produce your extracted shot. Like always, I do like a stronger type of espresso shot, so all my parameters are set. Me personally, I don't like my espresso too hot, so I am going to set this to medium. Once we're ready to go, we're going to hit play. Now, one thing you're going to notice that once we start making our drink is how quiet the grinder is. So let's start. So as you can see, we have a good layer of crema to it, a nice color on our crema, good aroma, and a really good espresso shot. Cheers. So the next drink we're going to be doing next is our coffee. Now what the coffee is that's going to be purling our espresso shot, extracting it at a lower volume, so this way you're going to get a drink similar to that of a drip coffee. Not too strong for people who prefer that kind of Canadian style coffee. So again, we're going to choose our drink option, choose our temperature, our body, and our volume, and our strength. So again, I like mine's really strong. Once we're ready to go, hit play. Again, you got to see how quiet the grinder is. I mean, the sound that this produces after drinks being done is a lot quieter than the grinder itself. So here's our drip coffee. So again, you're going to get a taste similar to that of a kind of a Canadian style coffee. Perfect for people who are looking for that cup of coffee early in the morning. Add your sugar or your milk to it and won't dilute it. That's your coffee. Cheers. So next we're going to be making our cappuccino. Now there's a couple of features that this has that's very interesting when it comes down to the way this makes a milk-based drink. So first off, you do have the ability to choose either dairy milk or plant-based milk. So again, if you're using oat, almond, or soy, it's able to steam that to the proper pressure to get a nice level of foam and flavor out of that milk. The other thing about this too is that it actually has two separate spouts, two for your espresso and two for your milk. So this way you can actually make two milk-based drinks at the same time. So you don't have to wait by making one milk drink after another. You can do two at the same time, which then will help save up time. But for now, we're just gonna be making one. So let's go to our cappuccino option. Again, we'll be choosing the temperature, how strong we want the body to be. This one, you're able to actually determine if you want the milk first or if you want the espresso first. And this actually brings out a little bit of different types of tasting profiles if you're going to be doing your milk first or your espresso first. So I do recommend experimenting with that. Here you're going to choose your type of milk that you're going to be using, whether it's going to be dairy milk or plant-based, the volume of the espresso you want, and the volume of the milk you want. So you have the ability to control that. I'm going to do a little bit higher because we are using a bigger glass. Once you're ready to go, again, I like choosing stronger strength. Just hit play. For me specifically, I do prefer my espresso first, then the milk. So we will change that to coffee first, and then hit play. And there you have it, our nice, properly made cappuccino. Good amount of foam to it, good mix in terms of the milk and the espresso shot itself. A good cappuccino. Cheers. One thing you also want to keep in mind too is that whenever you're done making your milk-based drink, it will ask you to go through a rinsing cycle. So if by chance you accidentally skipped it during the initial screen, you can access it through the button right here. Do an easy milk rinsing. Follow the information listed here. And then hit play. And just like that, you're now ready for the next milk-based drink. Cheers. So there you have it. That is the KitchenAid KF8. And I have to say, there's a lot of features that this machine has that was actually very impressive to me. How quiet the grinder is, the quality of espresso that comes out, the way it steams. Honestly, this is probably one of my top 3 automatic espresso machines. So if you ever want to come in, see how the machine operates up close and personal, if you have any question, please come in and we can show you that. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram for any updates or any new videos that we will be posting. Until then, take care.